I guess I'm alone today. Do you have to start hacking up a lung when I get started, Cat? Oh. I have no clue what I'm doing. I could do this. That. And someone's here. Hey, Scotty. What you up to?
Nothing.
I'm looking at these metal models. I like this Moby Dick sculpture, but it does look like it has a lot of curves, and the curves are the one that knows the pain. Let me see if I can find. So the ones Phantom just paid me for is this Tarantula, or he had me do them. But so the hardest part is this compound curve of the back, and also these tiny little fins being bent out.
Probably the head as well, I imagine, would be quite hard.
The head is one of the like making just like arch would be fine, but making a dome is hard. But yeah, these legs are easy. All in all, these are frustrating while you're doing them, but once you got them done, I mean, this thing looks cool. Where's the... That's not the one I meant to hit. And then this horse is another one that he bought for me to do. Or horse armor. And once again, the compound curves are the hardest part. But all in all, you just get yourself tweezers, basically, and you can do it. Freaking Baby Yoda, or the child, which I think is like Gargnak or something like that.
Yeah, probably legally they probably aren't allowed to call him Baby Yoda.
Well, this is officially licensed. That is partially adorable and somewhat creepy. But yeah, apparently they got a few officially licensed. I kind of want either the Yamana Gate or this golden Kenjoku Jai model to like have on my desk when I finally get a better desk.
Looks like it'd be a pain in the arse to build.
Well, the moderate, so probably.
Hello, Roz.
Hey, Raz. I'm shot. Hey, Raz, you want on? I'll shoot you the link. Although it might be a pain to learn to use StreamYards because they can be. Why are you needing me? Stop clawing.
And she says, sure.
Yeah, I sent her to her. Let's see the instructions. Is it only one sheet of instructions? Okay, the number of sheets of metal, it has 3.25 sheets. How are you going to give me just a quarter sheet of metal? What's this one? Oh, I see. I think I know what's going on. So I think the quarter sheet of metal for the other one is the other sheet that is the golden color. Hey, you can get the Space Needle. Yeah, I finished the horse. You can get a Leaning Tower of Pizza. Hey, Raz.
Yay. So apparently it's not connecting to my Bluetooth.
Well, we can hear you. So
We can hear you.
Yeah, but you're not coming through my Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I've never used this before, so. Did you finish the horse?
Yeah, I finished the horse.
Can we start calling
now-
you Trojan Man now?
That also reminds me, why are you going to trust a condom company named after a trap that got a bunch of men into? They probably did it for the joke. But yeah.
Probably. I mean, that's my high school mascot was Trojans.
Hey, I can have a Apollo lunar rover, which is still on the moon.
You know, I find weird they don't seem to include the prices of these.
I don't think you can buy them directly from this website.
That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Where do I buy them? Who bopped? Hello.
Trucker.
Chemist. Yes, can I help you? I'm looking for a pack of Trojans. Damn, just ran out.
I'll visit that site later.
Mel Brooks, a genius who can never make a movie.
Ooh, I could have a bird of price sitting on my desk.
Ooh.
Ooh. USS Enterprise, though.
Of course, you would go for
Which one?
You would go for the Klingon bird of prey, wouldn't you?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, I'm particularly the Romulan myself. I don't think they have it though, do they?
It looks like they only have these 4 licensed: the Enterprise D and the Enterprise NC 1701.
It's the 1701, 1701D. Yeah.
Which one's the? So I know the D is next gen. What is
Mhm.
the? Is the 1701 the original?
The original is 1701. Well, actually, the original is X. Shit. Oh god, I can't remember it all of a sudden.
I don't
Oh
know
hell,
the
the first.
I don't
Well,
know.
the original is the 1701. The original Shatner one is the 1701. But I'm thinking timeline wise, which I can't remember the Scott Bakula Enterprises designation.
What do they have for Batman? I could make my own bat signal. Oh, they got 2 different bat signals.
Oh, that looks like the Justice League one versus the
Batman one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they Batman v Superman and the Dark Knight series.
Yeah.
Aren't they coming out with a Justice League movie?
No, they did. Actually, the original Justice movie was a couple years ago. What they just released is actually on HBO Max is the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut is actually. Do you know the whole story behind it?
No, is this the one with Jared Leto coming back as the Joker or whatever?
Yes, but he's only in there for about 5 minutes at the very
Yeah,
end.
and he doesn't have like any tattoos on his face or anything.
Uh,
I
no,
personally don't like him as a Joker.
he has Keith Ledger style makeup on.
Okay, yeah. He can't. No, I'm sorry. Like I liked him as singer. I like him as the Joker.
Well, I will say in the lines he says he definitely does a nod to a Death in the Family.
Oh yeah,
The Death in the Family graphic novel, which honestly it's about time, but they've only been doing those Batman movies for what 30 years now.
Only.
oh my God! Deadpool comes with a little unicorn. I so totally want to do that. That is awesome. That is cute.
Oh my God.
Except-
My sister and brother-in-law, they have a Deadpool plushie that's holding a unicorn, and it vibrates. And so what my kid did, as soon as he saw it, he went up to it and slapped it on its ass so hard that it started vibrating.
As you do.
Yeah, my kid's 8.
That the Infinity Gauntlet would make an awesome like desk topper. Which I seriously need a bigger desk. There's a bunch of crap on my desk. I'm also looking into something called museum putty so that shit stops being knocked off my desk. Gonna stick that shit down.
Or stop letting the cat jump up on the desk.
No, it's mostly me. I've got her to train not to be on desk. All right, that's enough of that.
I think what you should do is just buy like a storage box or something to keep things in.
But I want them on top of my desk. Like, well, that cube of tungsten doesn't fall that often, but my speakers every once in a while get knocked off when I'm grabbing at something.
You've got a cube of tungsten on your desk.
Yes.
How big is it versus how heavy is it?
1 second. Let me plug in my camera.
See, my cheap ass brain is thinking back to school when teachers all use sticky tack to like hold up papers and stuff on the wall, and you could take it off without it staying.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, isn't that like
Yeah, I've
Play-Doh?
got.
Isn't that like Play-Doh with one other thing?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like
geez.
a blue looking
Yeah,
Play-Doh
this
thing.
thing's
It's not Play-Doh.
Yeah.
this
Geez,
thing's
Green,
also
was that about 5 pounds?
yeah, basically. Oh, I wonder if my scale can do that. 1 second. I hope this doesn't break the scale.
You hope your scale can weigh something.
Well, it has an upper limit. Jesus. 294 grams. Can I get any other unit? 10 ounces.
I can't do that kind of measurement. 10 ounces. Okay.
10 ounces.
So about a half
Jesus.
pound.
Yeah.
A little over a half pound, yeah.
You would probably need the 10 ounces, not the fucking 200 grams.
It's the same
Well, there's
thing.
a guy.
Is it really?
Yeah. There's a guy Green and I follow on YouTube that was showing off it's like a 10-inch by 10-inch cubic tungsten that weighed like 50 pounds.
Yeah.
This stuff's not light, and it like one of the hardest substances in the world.
Why won't you turn off?
Is it the hardest, Trucker? The hardest
I don't-
substance in the world?
No, that'd be the moose cock.
Well, see, I was gonna say it was Scotty after a night on Pornhub, but
Green took the words right out of my mouth.
mhm.
I think I find that only happens once a night.
Jeez.
Oh.
Because any more than that, it'll start to get painful.
So are you just looking for like collectible stuff to put on your
Oh,
on
I
your,
was looking at those. Those metal sheets were fun to do. Well, they're fun once they're finished, but they're frustrating to do. And you know me, I do love a good punishment.
Self-sabotage. Best way to go.
Yeah. You know, I know virtually nothing about the lore, so feel free to correct me on everything, but I actually ended up buying something for my brother one year as a gift several years back because he's like very, very Harry Potter everything. And one of the guys, I don't know if he's a bad guy or a good guy or not, but it's that whole everybody has their own magic wand or something, or own style magic wand shaped different or something.
Yeah.
And there was one guy who carried his magic wand hidden in a cane. You know, like a lot of people carry swords in a cane. There's one dude had a magic wand in a cane in the Harry Potter stuff, and I don't know who it was, but I actually ended up buying that for my brother off a website that something tells me Green would go gaga over.
Not that into Harry Potter, but
Oh.
it is a cool thing.
Well, they do I think they got like Harry Potter stuff.
No? You don't want it?
Some DC comic stuff. National Treasure, I think it is. National Treasure, Da Vinci Code, one of those two.
If it was Disney, it would probably be National Treasure. I don't think Disney did Da Vinci Code.
Okay, when it wasn't, it was Da Vinci. It was actually Da Vinci Code then. Now that I think about it, it had that little the little lockbox where you spell apple.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I've looked into getting those because they're cool, but they're like $75 for a basic one.
Does
can
anybody
make-
remember the movie Indian in the Cupboard? And
Yeah.
how
I remember.
had the
I
little
remember.
Indian and the key?
Didn't have the Indian key, but
Mine
I saw the
did.
movie and I read the book when I was really young. So
Oh, it's a great movie. It's a sad movie, but it's so good.
yeah.
I don't know if I could show it to my kid because I think he'd cry.
I've never seen it, but given by the title, it sounds like something that couldn't be released now.
Probably not. It is a little bit kind.
You know, It might be. They might be able to get away with it because I mean, look at the Night at the Museum movies. I mean, those aren't that different.
To be fair,
I
those are like
want-
10 years old now, at least.
I want to know if the thing that I heard about Night of the Museum is true. Apparently, the guy who wrote that used to visit the museum high on acid all the time.
That would explain a lot.
I mean, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true.
That would actually explain a lot. I mean, hell, look at it this way. I mean, to be honest, that's been done before. I mean, that is the staple of Edgar Allan Poe's story writing. His horrors. He got stoned off his gourd, saw something. You know, he went, got baked and burned out of his gourd, had a hallucination, and then wrapped the entire story around that hallucination.
Isn't
And actually-
some of Stephen King's stuff like he was just out of his mind blasted?
If someone would, I don't know. When it comes to Stephen King, I really don't know. I do know he's got a kid. That'd be bad to have a gross out at Stephen King's kid and Stephen King having a gross out contest. Look, Daddy, a booger. Look, son, Satan.
Uh,
I don't know. Stephen King's got a few. He's got some books I like, some books I don't like, some that are just way out there.
my favorite movies I've seen for Stephen King since I'm an illiterate bastard, that Silver Bullet and Night Shift.
Night Shift was good. Well, you do realize it's probably a movie that you've seen was Stephen King. You never realized it was actually Stephen King because
Which one?
he did when he originally wrote it. He didn't write it under his own name. Running Man.
I don't think I've seen that.
That was the old Arnold Schwarzenegger movie from the 80s.
Oh, Sonic Tricks. Or Tails? Oh, well, whatever. Hello.
Hello.
2 minutes late. Sorry, I stopped paying attention to chat for a second.
Rez, you ever seen that one?
She popped out. StreamYards might have kicked her. One of these days, I should learn to do this show through OBS, but I'm a fat, lazy piece of shit, so...
It's actually not hard to do.
I mean, theoretically, you could still use the same setup you use for your game stream.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There we go, guys.
She's back.
Thank you. I'm on
Welcome
site,
back, man.
so you might have to boot me in once or twice more.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
What I was saying before my phone rudely disconnected me was the author of Winnie the Pooh. He was an eccentric individual that did drugs as well.
Well, AML.
Mhm.
Well, didn't they say that when it comes to Winnie the Pooh, virtually every character is a manifestation of some mental illness.
Yep. Pooh is eating disorder. Piglet is high functioning anxiety or anxiety disorder. Tigger is ADHD. Owl is dyslexic.
Eeyore's depressed.
Eeyore's depressed. Kanga, Roo is actually autistic. He's autistic, and then Roo has separation anxiety from Roo. What was it? Who else? Oh, Rabbit has OCD. And Gopher. I tried to look that up a while ago. There's really nothing on Gopher besides his list, but I really want to say that he may have like not anxiety, but anger issues.
Yeah, that is possible.
I love Winnie the Pooh, so.
Yes, you know, Christopher Robin was a real person.
You know,
Yep.
Speaking of Winnie the Pooh, I actually heard about those since Disney took or did their Winnie the Pooh. I heard something about somebody had a gravestone somewhere that Disney sent them a notice to have the Winnie the Pooh removed from the gravestone.
The thing is that Disney doesn't own Winnie the Pooh, though.
Yeah, but the notice came from Disney because it
That's
was
weird.
it was the Disney version of Winnie the Pooh that they had on their arm or had on the gravestone.
Uh-huh.
Well, come to think about it, has Disney ever actually had the original idea in their life?
No.
That would be like Disney coming to sue me for having Pooh Bear and Piglet tattooed on me.
Yeah, I know. I got the same problem.
Yeah. It's just stupid.
Well, actually, I mean, they've done that before because there was like a nursery that had like Aladdin and stuff on their walls, and Disney basically threatened to sue them, and so they had to repaint it.
That's stupid. That's absolutely nuts. I had classic Winnie the Pooh as my baby theme when I was little. So, but I know they don't own the full rights of Winnie the Pooh because in Kingdom Hearts 3, the opening credits or whatever, they they have Walt Disney, they have Square Inc. or whatever because of the Final Fantasy characters, but afterwards they have the Winnie the Pooh one. So I don't think they own all the rights to Winnie the Pooh.
Well, I think the original Winnie the Poohs they don't, but it's something about some sort of license. Trust me, if there's a way to get around to where they can sue for it, Disney does.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
We
all.
Oh, and Scotty. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Scotty, pertaining to what you had said a moment ago, you're right. Disney probably doesn't own any. Walt Disney probably did not have an original idea on his own. Even down to Mickey, the original Mickey Mouse. When
Steamboat Willie.
The first few cartoons, it was the first few cartoons were Steamboat Willie. He didn't even get the idea of Steamboat Willie himself. It was his brother or cousin or something had a mouse in his apartment and drew the cartoon of the mouse that was in his apartment. And that's where, Walt Disney pretty much took that mouse and, Disney's got a Disney, I guess.
In order, I think it was Mickey, Donald, and then Goofy was created. I think Goofy was last.
Yeah, because Goofy was more like Goofy was more like an adult character because there's episodes of him trying to quit smoking and stuff.
Disney back in the day was real, cartoons in general were real dark. Betty
Disney
was.
Oh God! Did you ever see the cartoon that it's long since been banned, but the one where Donald Duck was had a dream of being a member of the 1930s and 1940s German political party?
No. Actually, yeah. I remember something vaguely about that.
Yeah, I've seen
that was dark. And it was pretty much, it's pretty much, honestly, a lot of the stuff, a lot of people have been warning about the political stance of America. A lot of people are able to point to that cartoon and say, this is what we're talking about. But the thing is, you can't really get that cartoon anymore.
Stupid, though, because it doesn't really paint Nazis in a good light whatsoever.
We were trying not to use that word, Scotty.
Sorry, but, things just slip out.
Sounds like me when I crop dust the produce section again. All of a sudden, ain't no one buying produce because they think it's gone off.
No, but that's the weird thing when it comes to the modern virtue signaling that or whether you want to call it virtue signaling or whatever you want to call it, that Disney's been very gung ho over lately. it's not. It's not surprising that how dark their own history was.
Well, say Warner Brothers were worse though when it comes to like racism, especially. Like,
Yeah.
I will say though, the good thing about Warner Brothers is though they don't try and hide it. They just like, yeah, this was wrong. This doesn't represent us, but we're not going to hide it, as if it never happened.
Speaking of Warner Brothers, didn't they also kick Amber Heard from the Aquaman movie?
I
No idea.
think they did.
Because I believe Warner Brothers is the Aquaman,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, Warner
Well-
Brothers is DC.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, when it comes to Warner Brothers, their own dark history, hell, look at the old Bugs Bunny cartoons. Remember the one with the gremlin?
No, oh wait, Gremlin.
Yeah, see, during World War II, Looney Tunes, during World War II, Disney, Looney Tunes, pretty much any of the cartoon things, they were honestly considering there was a federal Department of Censorship,
Yeah.
does a federal Department of Censorship, so propaganda was huge during World War II.
Mm-hmm. Who was the
Oh,
one
okay.
guy in Looney Tunes that was all red and he was just like fur?
Oh, the big heart dude.
The hairball.
Yeah, the hairball. Because wasn't he also in like Marvin the Martian episode too? I feel like.
I don't think he wasn't. I don't remember ever seeing him in a Marvin the Martian episode. I do know. I don't remember seeing a Marvin the Martian, but it was the mad scientist that had the red dude.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I think
And
I've seen him with
Bugs
the
Bunny
witch
had a
hazel
movie.
too.
Yeah. And then Bugs Bunny turns super hairdresser on that one. Monsters
Yeah.
live such interesting lives. It must be so interesting being a monster. Negative.
I remember that one. So, all right, I've already asked two people, including Cryptic, but I'm gonna ask you guys. Maybe Trucker, maybe you would know.
Okay.
So there was this game. Oh, hi, Bubba. Hold on, I'm on VC. Gotta go. Come on. Sorry, I walked in. So there's this this game I used to play at my step grandparents' house back in like
Okay.
the 90s, early 90s, and it was, I believe, it was an Atari 2600
Okay.
because it was black with the dark wood panelings on it. And the game that they had was a boomerang game. And it wasn't just like Fred Flintstones. It wasn't just one, it was a bunch of boomerang cartoons that were games, like the Jetsons, Fred Flintstones, Rocky and Bullwinkle, what else? Yogi Bear. And you could play them. But I've looked it up like 5 times already and I can't find it anywhere.
I don't remember a specific one like that from Atari.
I'm not even sure if it was an Atari. All I know is that it had the wood paneling and like the black
It was
grid on the front.
Yeah, the black console with the wood paneling sticker or something on it. That sounds more. I think the Commodores were actually more. The Commodore 64 is more commonly had the wood paneling on it, but I don't remember that game. To be honest, there is a game on Steam
Uh-huh.
that you can get. Look into it. It's the Atari Collection.
Okay.
I would have to assume if anybody had that, or if anybody had that game included in there,
It would
probably
be that.
that.
Okay.
But if it had now back in the
I've
80s and
asked, I've
90s,
asked Vic and I asked Steve, and they
right?
have no idea what I'm talking about. And I'm like, how do
Right.
you guys not know?
Well, back in the 90s, back in the 80s into the 90s, along those styles, I'll bet you stuff like okay, it had Flintstones, it had so if it had Flintstones, it had Yogi Bear, it probably had like Snagglepuss and Augie Doggy Doggy Daddy or Huckleberry Hound,
Yeah, I think it
Ricochet
had
Rabbit.
Huckleberry.
Right. So you're probably looking. You might be looking for. The problem is, I think, on that is back in the 80s into the 90s, all those cartoons weren't. They weren't like whoever owns them now. I think it's Warner Brothers owns them now. But back then, you might want to actually look into Hanna-Barbera, because Hanna-Barbera was the really big cartoon maker back in the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
So you might want to look at it that way. But something tells me when the light, if that's the case, Hanna-Barbera was really quick to give up a license to get products made.
Yeah.
But something tells me when it transferred over to Warner Brothers was like, no. Because Warner Brothers is just as bad as Disney.
The console itself, it wasn't like it was 8-bit or black and white. It was full color, and it moved like almost like an actual cartoon, because you would go and click on stuff and interact with whatever you clicked on.
So that's
Like
to choose your own. So it's a choose your own adventure game.
Yeah, yeah. And like the main screen, you could pick which one you wanted to go to. Like, you could go to the Flintstones, or you could go to Jetsons, or Yogi Bear, and like you got to like. I think one of the Yogi Bear ones is that you had to catch like falling items in the basket for picnic, like stuff like that, like mini games.
Right.
But it wasn't like black and white or 8-bit. It looked like the cartoon. Like, it was really good graphics for its day.
She just won't look happy.
I'm holding her, so she's not happy, but she's just calmly like, I don't like this, but you're petting me. I did say
playing earlier in school.
She's like, I did want attention, but this is not what I wanted.
Too much attention.
She is not one to be held.
Yeah, Loki doesn't like to be held either.
That's the big cat I had that looked an awful lot like Loki. He loved to be carried around the house like a baby. He was adorable. 20-pound cat, loved to be carried. Oh, speaking of cats, I wanted to share this. So I saw, I forget why.
I can't leave.
I forget why I searched for this, but I searched bad cat images on Bing, and it did not disappoint.
Those are things that nightmares are made out of. What is I don't know. I just saw one that I didn't.
Which one?
Didn't care to see. I don't know. It's like a buff cat with its arms back.
Oh,
it was like almost one of those furry drawings, and I'd rather not. Yeah. Yeah. No.
It looks like someone drew it and then had their kid color it in. That is impressive how it looks like it's colored in with crayon.
It might be.
I mean,
it could be pencil and then crayon on top of it.
I mean, it's the art itself, the the subject of the art is bad, but the art is good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is that? Looks like a tattoo. Someone has that as a tattoo.
Pablo Picasso. Party of what the?
Yeah. Not
great.
not a tattoo I would get for myself. But to each their own.
Beelzebub's a
Asian
cat.
Asian demon cat?
Someone got
Oh.
bored during class.
That looks like it should be under a black light. Well, hell, Raz, you remember back in the, same deal, 80s into the early 90s, everybody was all about either, it was a very organic, fluid, the illicit substance users that would have the very flowing and organic shape stuff under black lights. And then on the opposite extremes, a lot of the nerds would take very angular stuff and put that under a black light.
Yep. Actually, my bedroom, when I first moved to East Rochester, had not black lights but red lights, and it looked like a horrible 70s porn. Like right above the bed.
Nice. Well, I can't say too much about the rebirth of the black light stuff back in the 90s. Considering I got a tattoo that, for the most part, you can't see now. So
I've thought about doing that.
what, get a black light tattoo?
And if it heals up properly, get like the nice designed eye right where the third eye is supposed to be, that you can only see under black light, or get the Triforce in black light on my left hand.
Just be warned. Now you know how they always talk about you always hear tattoos will raise your risk of skin cancer, right?
Yeah.
Apparently a blacklight too. The ink they use in blacklight tattoos, that's exponentially higher.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I know there are some that actually have radioactive stuff in the ink.
Don't we all?
True.
We're all gonna die eventually, guys. Come on, just have fun with it. Get as many tattoos as you want.
Well, it's wild. I actually walked into a couple months ago. My wife and I were, I don't know why I let her talk me into it, but she talked me into taking her to a mall, and we went into the mall, and I'm walking around, pretty much dressed like I am right now, which is t-shirt, jeans, plaid shirt over that's insulated, so warm. Cowboy hat, and we walk in. She drags me into a Spencer's to see how it's changed over the last 30 years. But there's a black light, and all of a sudden I'm realizing, oh shit, yeah, I do have that thing on my arm.
You it was there for a moment, didn't you?
Yeah, I almost forgot it was there.
The thing is,
Say again. We lost Raz.
Mid-sentence, that's the worst.
That is. Yeah, but all of a sudden I walk into a place, I'm redneck as hell, then all of a sudden you look down and see a damn circuit board on my arm. Like, what the hell? Oh yeah.
see, if I were to get a tattoo like that, I would get an obscene tattoo. So then I would only want it to be seen when I want it to be seen.
Yeah. I saw a gal one time. She had a tattoo right above her uh, uh, place.
Front place or
It
back
looked
place?
front place.
Okay.
It had the old Route 66 style signs. You know the type of signs I'm talking about, the old diner signs.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one of those with a an arrow pointing right to that specific area that says "Eat here, get gas."
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Oh, some of these ideas people have for tattoos are trip.
See, I'm due for a tattoo appointment. I really want to finish my butt. I want my ass to be out of this world. So I
That's what
need
you
to
do,
work.
Marvin the Martian.
No, I'm not doing Marvin the Martian. I am gonna get an alien on it and like a flying saucer and probably like a rocket ship.
Ah.
But then you've got to, do the background and everything.
Yeah. Oh, in a case like that, that's when you do oh God, which one? Tatooine? Ah, shit, no, not Tatooine. Yeah, it is Tatooine. 2 moons. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Somebody get a mural on like the bottom of their butt with Luke Skywalker looking up towards each cheek, and then do a moon on each cheek. So it's the whole Skywalker looking at 2 moons. No, just me.
I mean,
Oh well,
that does sound hilarious.
it beats some of the stuff I've seen. A gal with she just has the words "your name" tattooed right around that same area where the other one had the sign. It just says "your name," so she can walk around and say, "I've got your name tattooed on my." Yeah. Oh God, Raz, did you ever see the one that was the picture of one that was floating around like 10 years ago in the like the tattoo circles? This girl had it was tattooed on her shoulders and down at the bottom of the base of her back, tramp stamp. And on both sides it just said, "My name is Melissa." Have you ever seen those, Raz? She's not back yet.
It doesn't sound like that. I don't think I've seen that tramp stamp.
I would say search if you search for one, or if you search for it, search something like tattoo "my name is," and then don't put it on a stream.
I'll look that up later.
Can you guys hear me now?
You're back.
Yeah, we
okay.
can hear you now.
I technically didn't leave.
Your mic. Yeah.
Yeah, StreamYard's
Now
on
you
fire.
did. Someone remind me to seriously looking into switching over to
OBS?
OBS.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of liking the upgrades StreamYard has done since the last time I've actually been on a StreamYard, because my phone honestly should have overheated by now.
Okay. Am I here?
Yes.
Yeah, StreamYard's on phone isn't great.
So, Trucker, you do have to realize 10 years ago, I was 19.
Okay.
So I wasn't really fully into the tattoo scene because I had only gotten 2 done at that point. But I didn't see that. The best one I ever did see was my friend Royer, who I used to call Teddy Bear back in the day. And we were at a benefit show for my friend Josh, who had passed away. And we're out in the parking lot, and even though I'm underage, like, you know, my friends are older, they're handing me shopping stuff. And Roller looks at me and he goes, "Hey, did you know that my cock hangs below my knees?" And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Do you want to see it?" You know, I'm like, in between friends here. I'm like, "All right, show me." He lifts up his pant leg, and it's literally a rooster being hung up by a noose right
Nice.
below.
That is great.
Nice.
So that's one of the most creative ones I've seen.
One guy has an older, the older style, obviously, but it's
Mhm.
$100 bill tattooed on his friend, and
Ooh.
his yeah, I don't want to ask him how bad it hurt, but his reason to get it is how long or how fast will a chick blow $100.
That's good. But
Yeah.
for like my thing with getting that tattooed,
Mm-hmm.
don't you have to be how do I put this without getting YouTube on our ass?
Excited.
Excited and fully there. It's kind of like a piercing. You have to be fully there and standing ovation style in order for you to get the tattoo.
Probably.
Yeah,
Or it's
especially
a
if it's
matter,
$100 bill.
or if
That's a
it's a
pretty
matter, well, it might be a matter of the whole. He shows it off, but he's not standing at attention. Mm.
I have so many questions.
Yeah. Oh, it's a very legitimate. It's a legitimate question. I mean, hell, between that and tattoos do stretch. So,
Yes.
take my cousin back in the '90s. She had a unicorn tattooed on her breast, and then she had 2 kids, and now it looks like a giraffe.
See,
I wish I could say that was a joke.
I don't want anything tattooed on my stomach, or my boobs. I don't care about like getting in between, like my chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or under boob. Like I'm cool with that, but rather get my butt and my arms done first because I still have a lot of skin showing there.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
kind of
think
like
yeah. I think out of the tattoos that I have, you can only see 3 of them.
well, I mean, everybody here knows my tattoos and what they look like. They're there everywhere.
Yeah.
The only place I don't want a tattoo is my face, unless I run out of room everywhere else, which I'm sure I'll be like 50 by the time that happens.
Oh, and anybody who ever says getting tattoos removed, I don't know about the lasers because lasers weren't. It wasn't a laser thing. It was a chemical thing when I had it done. But anybody who says getting a tattoo removed hurts worse than getting it put on, they ain't kidding.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Because you literally are taking skin off of yourself.
Yeah, well, a tattoo needle, I believe, should penetrate up to the 3rd layer of skin. And how it stays on is the scab. That's why you have to, take care of it a certain way so the scabs don't come off, because that's how the tattoo gets ruined or smudges and stuff like that, and
Right.
scars. So, I could only imagine. I'd rather get a tattoo covered up with a different tattoo than do that. But even though I have some stupid tattoos, there are purposeful meanings for my stupid tattoos. But the longest one I've ever gotten was the one for my Nana. That was 3 hours. And that's like a quarter sleeve. I wouldn't say it's a half sleeve because it's not fully wrapped around.
Right. I think the only the tattoo I've had removed. I had it done. There was a girl that I was dating. We had been dating for a while, to the point where I was getting ready to buy a ring and ask, and I was getting ready to buy a ring and ask, and I had the tattoo done like a month before I was about to ask, and 2 weeks later she broke up with me.
You never do
Whoops.
that, Troy. That's like tattoo 101.
Yeah, I know.
How old
I
were
know,
you,
but
Troy?
yeah, but the thing is, my first wife, my first wife, I got the whole tattoo for her thing, and then there's a tattoo that I have, or I have a second tattoo for my current wife, and it's the whole, even if my current wife and I would break up, I would never remove it.
Gotcha.
So,
I mean, Joe and
Yeah,
I
it-
have tattoos, but I don't have his name tattooed on me.
right. Well, I'm in the mindset. See, I'm of the mindset where even if my wife and I break up, even if we break up and come to loathe each other,
Yeah.
it would at least be a reminder that at one point I loved her. I could absolutely hate her 10 years from now, but right now she's my world. So. Kind of shows how weird humans are, aren't we? Isn't it?
All right. It's about time to end the show, but I did want to share one last thing that I found. Don't worry, this time it's a good thing.
I don't know. Those Star Trek things are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not the bad cat. Look at this lizard. It's just a cuddly little boy.
Oh.
Aw.
I want one.
What kind of lizard is that?
I think this is when I looked this up when this is the Tengu lizard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, is that the same thing that Blind Girl showed on Blind Trucking the other day?
Yeah. I found this video. I'm saving that for Wednesday.
Hmm.
Look at that big thing. He's just munch. And he's cuddly.
He's kind of ugly.
What do you mean he's kind of ugly? That is adorable.
No, he's not kind of ugly. He's really ugly, but
But that's
It is possible.
Okay, so he is a dog. He's trying to eat the shoes.
it is possible to be so ugly it's cute. So
He's trying to take it a ride in a wagon.
Could you imagine just going outside, walking down the street, and seeing somebody like walking a fucking lizard? Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, don't mind me just walking my giant lizard.
Yeah, I'd
When
be
I
like, "Can I
walked into
pet this?"
Jurassic Park,
I don't know. There's a lady on TikTok that actually walks a tortoise.
oh, Tiptoe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
1 second, let me see if I can find Tiptoe.
And people still give me grief because I had pet rats.
After the show, I'm probably gonna jump into the general on my server if you guys want to join for another like half an hour, and then I gotta get ready for a client to come over so I can cut his hair.
Yeah, Anne's in there by herself right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Okay,
pop
yeah,
in.
I'll
Much I miss her. So
check out Blind Trucking at 7 p.m. Eastern.
30.
Be there. Oh, 7:30 Eastern. Be there. Be some shape parallel to triangle.